As the United States and Iran prepare to resume high-stakes nuclear negotiations, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu appears increasingly uneasy about the direction these talks might take. Reports emerging on February 2 indicate that Israel has deployed advanced air defense systems deep within residential neighborhoods, in what is being described as a precautionary but controversial measure. These defense systems have reportedly been placed on full live fire alert, meaning they are ready to launch at a moment's notice should any threat materialize. Sources suggest the launchers are equipped with surface-to-air missiles that remain hidden from view, ready to counter any incoming aerial attacks while maintaining a low visual signature. This marks the first such domestic deployment of its kind since the intense 12-day conflict between Israel and Iran that erupted in June 2025. Security experts have sharply criticized the strategy of installing military defense systems in civilian areas, warning that it exposes local residents to severe risk in the event of retaliatory strikes. They point out that, in the event of a military confrontation, these air defense installations would likely become primary targets for Iranian missile attacks. According to analysts, such a move indicates that Israel may be losing confidence in its ability to safeguard its air defense assets through conventional military fortifications. During last June's missile exchanges, several key components of Israel's air defense network reportedly failed to intercept a large number of Iranian projectiles. Even systems as advanced as the Patriot, David Sling, Arrow 2, and Arrow 3 were unable to stop Iran's Hajj Qassam, Kibar Shikan, and Fatah missiles from breaching Israeli airspace. Amid this volatile atmosphere and rising US-Iran friction, Tehran has issued a stern new warning directly linking Israel to any American military action. Iran has declared that any strike by the United States on Iranian territory would result in an immediate and direct military response targeting Israel. This statement was delivered by Ali Shamkhani, top advisor to Iran's supreme leader, during an interview with the Lebanese network Al Mayadeen. Wearing full military uniform during the interview, Shamkhani emphasized that his attire was deliberately chosen to signal Iran's state of military readiness, according to the WANA news agency. He stated that Iran continues to live under what he called a shadow of war, citing the persistent pressure and threats posed by its adversaries. Shamkhani also criticized European nations for what he described as their failure to play a constructive role in the ongoing nuclear negotiations. This comes shortly after the European Union officially designated Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, as a terrorist organization. In a related development, Israel Defense Forces Chief of Staff Eyal Zami reportedly made a secret trip to Washington for urgent consultations focused on revising strategy toward Iran. During these high-level meetings, Zami shared fresh intelligence indicating that Iran has been rapidly rebuilding both its missile arsenal and nuclear infrastructure. According to leaked reports, Zami suggested that the window for a possible US military strike could range anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months. However, Israeli officials have expressed concern that US President Donald Trump might agree to a limited enrichment deal with Tehran that leaves Iran's powerful missile program untouched. Meanwhile, both Washington and Tehran have agreed to hold new rounds of diplomatic talks in Oman on February 6, as first reported by Reuters. This renewed diplomatic push comes alongside a noticeable buildup of American military assets across the Middle East, signaling a dual-track approach of pressure and diplomacy. Prior to the devastating 12-day Iran-Israel war in 2025, Washington and Tehran had engaged in 5 separate rounds of talks concerning Iran's nuclear program. During those discussions, Iran consistently maintained its position that uranium enrichment would continue strictly for peaceful, civilian energy purposes. Nevertheless, Israel launched airstrikes on June 13, accusing Tehran of secretly weaponizing its stockpile of enriched uranium in violation of international assurances. The United States formally entered that war just 9 days later, on June 22, deploying B-2 bombers to target Iran's nuclear facilities. The strikes involved the use of powerful bunker buster bombs and Tomahawk missiles, which hit 3 major nuclear sites believed to be central to Iran's weapons development. In immediate retaliation, Iran launched missile attacks on US military bases stationed in Qatar before a ceasefire was eventually brokered to halt further escalation.
25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.
पच्चीस करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.